Alright, welcome back to the channel. Apologise it's been so long. It's really bright out here, so I'm going to squint the whole way through. But what I want to do is do a big update on the last 5 days because I haven't uploaded for a while. So I'm going to take this into segments. So there's some tournament footage in here. In fact, let's just do it this way. So I'm going to start by just going through. Alright, so for the first 6 minutes or so of this video, here's the tournament footage from round 2. Now Harry landed and he had the decision of getting there on time and filming my entire back nine, or saving a few quid and getting a transport from the airport. So the guys at home, I think you already know what Harry chose to do. Chose to save a few dollars. So here is 2 holes, 17th and 18th. 17th is a 570 yard par 5. 18 is a 400 yard par 4 up a hill, big hill. So here's the footage, and then we'll come back and I'll talk through the rest.
Great drive.
260.
He loves that one. Not reacting to the camera to make out as if it's just his standard day. Hitting flop shots over palm trees like that. Incredible.
Great ball.
Oh,
Very, very good that.
excellent.
Wash your hands, dirty boy.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed just a bit of tournament footage there. I wish I could get more of that because I think it'd do quite well. Let me know what you think below. And what I want to do, at least for a few tournament rounds, is get someone to come out, get a cameraman, and film the entire tournament, and then I could talk through, maybe in like 6 parts, exactly what's going on in my head, what each shot is about, and then yeah, I just think it'd do really well. Just like a proper tournament recap, or like a round recap, but going through in detail like each shot and thought processes and where my mind's at and stuff. So let me know what you think about that. I'm going to try and get that done when I get back to the UK. Right, so next up, Leon wins again for the 2nd time in a row at Quinta, which is a great result. Again, in this tournament, he was down after 9, then come back really solid and closed it out. I've only got the last putt just because I was in quite late. Because I played better this time, so I wasn't waiting around for ages. So yeah, if you want to follow Leon on Instagram, make sure you follow him at this one. He's doing really well. I feel like he's not far away from, you know, getting to a really good tour. So last year he was doing PGA Tour China, and this year he may be going there, or he may be doing Euro Pro, depending on the coronavirus. So yeah, just give him a follow on Instagram and follow his journey. I reckon he'll do well.
Is that a tee shot?
From where?
From the first.
No bogeys.
No, all four.
No bogeys for me.
That was a cheeky win.
Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Wow, not as good as you are.
Hello, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Another win.
How'd it go?
Cheeky.
Looking
bad today.
so brown today.
Yeah, I know.
On the first tee this morning, we had a conversation, but he was on the tee and I was down the fairway, as you all know.
Holding everyone up.
Okay? And he called me and said, on the walkie-talkie, why have we got a 10-minute delay?
Shout, boys. Oh, yes. Alright, following on from that, we've got Alfarini, which is an absolute beast of a golf course. So we're talking 7,300 yards, par 73s. There are a few par 5s, but what makes this golf course hard, firstly, is for the first like 14, 15 holes, you're going like up a mountain, so you're climbing, so the holes play longer. The second thing that makes it hard is insanely tight in places, but it's not just like it's tight and there's trees, it's tight and there's like hazard one side, OB the other. And the par 3s play over 200 yards, most of them with water, so it is a tough track. So let's just show you this, and then I'll talk about my like tournament recap afterwards. So here's a bit of Alfarini footage.
Sound, the feel, everything like that. So much.
Here we are on Villa Pediana on the Alfarini course. We have the mating ritual going on. 2 little ducklings. One of them reaches below to display her mobility and then waddles along to find his mate. These are the green, white and brown European fluffy ducks. It looks like this duck is going to have a problem finding. I'm basically David Attenborough.
I'm just going to show you a bit of Alfarini because we just hit some balls. It's late in the evening. We're playing tomorrow. I'm playing at 11:30. I think we've got a late tee time. But we're just out on Alfarini, having a walk around, looking at some of the holes. So I'll show you some of these because there are some. I mean, everyone's comments basically when I mention Alfarini, 9% of the people go, "Oh," because it's 7,300 yards, tight. Some holes like insanely tight. I'll try and show you a few of the tee shots. Talking like 20 yards out of bounds, hazard each side. So one of those places, I think. Right, so this is the 7th hole. Tee back here, this is sort of the landing area, it's a par 5. It tightens up here to about 25-yard fairway. Then up to the green. It's probably one of the more generous holes, I would say.
Harry's ultra steep technique should be very helpful in this situation. There we go. That's a great shot though.
So, last night, talked through some technique,
We had a chat,
some technical stuff with putting. Okay, so ball position, first and foremost, having it too far up, just to give a little show of what your wrist action was doing through the ball.
I've always been, and people that have watched for a while, they'll know that my putting stroke generally looks like this. You've got like a weird like recoil, and I let the right hand go,
Yeah,
and I kind of lose the connection, I guess.
okay.
Now you've explained that new technique.
So, what is one of the drills that I gave you?
Right, so firstly towels or gloves. So lock your arms in place,
Yeah,
and from there, to
just
come
just
over
from
it a bit more.
elbow up, yeah? So
Like
that's, yeah, exactly.
And then from there, I'm just rotating my upper body.
Just rocking your shoulders.
Yeah, and I found like the path straight away, because I have struggled with this thing going on.
Yep.
But straight away, if you get it in here, keep your elbows really tight and just rotate, then automatically that takes care of the path.
Yep.
The other one was getting one of those sticks,
Alignment rod.
shoving it in there, getting it up to your chin or here,
Yep.
wherever's solidly in place, then locking yourself in and just locking in the alignment rod and just rotate.
And what does that do?
Just basically keeps the putter in front of your body.
At the fulcrum point, like a metronome. So it's always going to be pointing at your belly button, for example,
Yeah.
which allows the putter to just release naturally. Rock, no hands. Much better.
Right, next up we got a 220-yard par 3 straight over water. And no bailout at all. Into wind. It's playing about 240 right now. I wonder if we'll be playing here or forward tees tomorrow. What do you think? Yeah. And grain out here.
See that?
Yeah, do that again. So again, grain out here is something you have to factor in as well. That's a straight putt, but that's moving from 6 foot. That's moving a cup. So again, something you've got to get used to. This is hole 11, 470-yard par 4, uphill. So it's probably playing 500 yards. It looks like it's going to be into wind tomorrow. We got probably about a 30-yard gap to get driver in. So it's probably just going to be like the low stinger draw. Get it moving up there. 3 tiers at the top. Good hole that. Par's a good number, innit?
Good hole.
Alfarini, how did the tournament go? First round was one of the worst scores I've shot in, I can't remember. Alright, so I was 15 over par. And you may ask, how the hell did you shoot 15 over par? Well, truth be told, I was like 4 over after 9 and kind of clinging on. 5 over after 14 after making a birdie on the par 5. Or 13, I should say. And then I dropped, so I was 5 over and then I dropped 10 shots in the last 5 holes. Now the last 5 holes at Alfarini, let me just talk you through them very briefly. So you've got a 175-yard hole with water short and all the way around. Hit it in the water. Next hole is a tight par 4 with hazard all the way up the left. Hit it in the hazard. Next hole, par 5. Probably the tightest driving hole I've ever seen. So you've got like a cliff going away on the left, a 15-yard wide fairway, and then hazard up the right. So you're just trying to hit it into like a 15-yard gap with a driver. I can't remember what I made on that hole. Then you got a par 3, probably 3 putted it. It's like 190 yards, and 18 is officially the tightest tee shot that you will hit. There's like an 8-yard fairway at one point where the bunker sits in. Then you got hazard right, hazard left. Just wasn't hit a few loose shots, so there you go. And I also did completely lose my head. Alright, so Learned a lot from that. Next round, go in, and I was lit. So leader after round 1 was 1 over par, and that was from Alvaro, who's a challenge tour, got his full challenge tour card this year. So that shows the difficulty of the course. All right. Second round, I really did have it going to a certain degree. I was 1 over through 13 holes, and just dropped 4 in the last 5 for 5 over. But if you look at the scores yesterday, that round of 5 over actually beat a lot of good players. It was windy, just to go with the fact that it was a very tough golf course, and the winning score was actually 5 over through 2 rounds, which you just won't see. Usually the scores out here are anything from 8 under to 12 under through 2 rounds. So to get a 5 over total through 2 rounds just shows you what the course is about. I come out of round 1 and I was just like, had a bit of a meltdown, to be honest, and I felt shit about myself. But just let that slip aside, and then went out in round 2, made a few changes, which I'm going to talk about in the daily vlog, which I'm going to film today. And yeah, probably hit it better than I've hit it. And the reason I dropped the 4 shots on the last 5 holes was down to just around the greens again, so not making up and down from the edge of the greens and free putting a couple of times. So long game wise, it's definitely coming together. Lots of positives to take, and to be honest, I'm just really glad that I've come out here and done this, because this has been a real test, and I've seen where my game is. I've played some tough golf courses, very tricky, fiddly courses that just don't suit my eye at all. I want to kind of open up the driver, but I haven't been able to do that. And then there's been lots of grain on the greens as well, which is completely new to me. So learned a lot about my game, can feel the progression, and I know exactly what I need to do now when I get back after these last few tournaments to make my game better, to just excel it to that next level. So although the tournament's results so far have not been good, have not been promising, I guess you would say, I know how close it is, because the long game is showing signs of being able to go out and shoot under par regularly. It's just short game needs to be tidied up, and it's also from like 120 yards in. I've just not got the distance control that I need in order to hit a lot of wedge shots close and give myself chances for birdie. So yeah, there you go. All in all, tournament recap. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit of a recap and I've been away for a few days. It is a day like this, which means it's a practice day. So I'm going to hit lots of balls today, practice what I need to, and take you along for the vlog. So that's going to be the next vlog, full day vlog, practice vlog, bit of fun, and some tips in there as well. So as always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Hope the UK weather, if you're in the UK or wherever you are in the country, in the world, is good enough to be out there playing. And yeah, see you soon. Last thing to note, we've got 2 more tournaments left. One at Quinta, which I've played 2 times now, so I really feel confident going into that, and I really want a decent tournament result. The next one is a pairs event, 4-ball, better ball. Me and Leon are playing, so that could be the first professional win. As I'm playing with Leon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next vlog.